Hi everyone, it's Miss Chalice, and we are going to be talking about figurative language and idioms today. Please make sure that you have out your guided notes because you're going to be filling part of them in. We're going to be continuing to learn figurative language and fill in these notes as we go through this quarter. First of all, I'd like you to get down the definition for figurative language. Figurative language is language that uses figures of speech to help a reader's understanding, and it helps make the writing entertaining. Remember, you can pause or stop this video at any time, rewind if you need to get all the notes in. To help you remember the figurative language, I'm going to give you what's called a mnemonic device. A mnemonic device is a memory tool. And this particular mnemonic device I'm going to use is an acronym. And an acronym is a phrase that helps you remember the first letter in each of the types of figurative language. So I'm sure you've used mnemonic devices before and acronyms before in order to help you learn north, east, south, and west. You probably never eat soggy waffles. I know that that's one I learned when I was in elementary school. So I am POSH stands for the following types of figurative language. The I is for idiom, A for alliteration, M for metaphor, P for personification, O for onomatopoeia, quite a lot of vowels at the end of that word, S for simile, and H for hyperbole. Fun fact to help you remember POSH. POSH means fancy, luxurious, elegant, or fashionable. I want you to watch this video to help you understand the difference between literal and figurative.
Everyone, today's topic is literal versus figurative language. Language can be used both literally and figuratively. But what's the difference between the two? Literal language refers to the actual meaning of a word or phrase, or the dictionary or denotative meaning, so the meaning is obvious. In other words, the word or phrase means exactly what it says. No need to interpret. For example, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In this example, we are talking about an actual tree found in nature and an apple or fruit. Figurative language, on the other hand, refers to the less obvious or deeper meaning of a word or phrase, or its connotative meaning. So the language goes beyond the actual meaning of the text. This means that you need to read between the lines or figure it out. So when saying that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, we are not talking about an actual tree or fruit. What we are in fact saying is that the child is just like the parent. Similarly, when using the phrase to kick the bucket, we are not talking about an actual bucket or kicking it. What we do mean here is that the person has passed away. In a similar way, when describing something as a piece of cake, we are not talking about a sweet baked treat with icing on it. In a literal sense, we are talking about a sweet treat, but in a figurative sense, we are actually saying that something was easy to accomplish. Another example is saying that someone has their head in the clouds. We are not literally saying that their head is surrounded by clouds, but figuratively we are saying that they are being unrealistic or impractical. practical. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe.
All right, so literal versus figurative. Literal means exactly what it says. So if you were to say the sentence, he lost his marbles, you're meaning some poor boy lost his toys, marbles that he played with. But figuratively, you're meaning somebody's gone a little bit crazy. Idioms are phrases which people use in everyday language, which don't really make sense literally, but we understand what they mean. So the definition of an idiom is a commonly understood phrase that means something completely different from what is actually being said. So let's look at some examples. Cat got your tongue. You really mean when you say that somebody can't speak. If you tell somebody they're snug as a bug in a rug, what that means is warm and cozy. If you tell someone to go the extra mile, you're telling them to make an extra effort. You're not really telling them literally to go an extra mile. If you tell someone you have butterflies in your stomach, it means you're feeling nervous. Or if you go down in flames, it doesn't really mean you crash with fire coming out behind you. It means you fail spectacularly. Or if you say something happens once in a blue moon, it means it rarely happens. Those are all idioms. You say one thing, you mean something else. So, piece of cake, for instance. Piece of cake usually means something is really easy. A lot of idioms are thought to come from something in history, some saying that was common at the time. And in this case, in 1870, it was a tradition to give cake as a prize in competitions. So the winner got cake. So it became, it's as easy as a piece of cake. These are some common idioms. See if you know what they mean figuratively. Broken heart. As cool as a cucumber. Head in the clouds. Hit the road. Let your mind wander. He is under the weather. Break a leg. It's raining cats and dogs. All right, I hope you enjoyed those idioms today. If you need to, rewatch the video at any time.